And I have with me Professor Brian Copeland, Principal of the University of the West Indies. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Lisa.
Good to have you.
Pleasure to be
on
here.
the program. It's always so good to have you come chat with us. This is your first time with Now, though, in the studio, in TBT.
Yes, for a while. I think I was here about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Shadow, the man. Talk to me about him and his legacy.
Come on. Shadow was, to me, a great, I call him a paradigm shifter, because he came in at a time, I was just coming out of A-levels. He came in at a time when the music seemed to be heading to a level of saturation. He just brought in this, I wouldn't even call it a breath of fresh air, just a gust that came in with his 2 songs. And then the next year he had one of my favorite songs out.
Which was?
My Belief.
My Belief.
My Belief is one of my top 2. Yeah. And I used to play that over and over as a young person.
You play pan.
I don't play all that well.
You don't play, but you invent.
Yeah,
You
I got into the science
the
side
G-pan.
of things. Science side of things.
So what instrument you were playing at the time when you said you played?
No, played on the
played
record.
the
I was a DJ. I played the music.
You
I
were
had
DJ.
a record. Yeah, I wore that record. I was a DJ. I wouldn't believe. But really carried away by all these songs that he sang. He spoke about. So he got into social commentary. He got into life itself, and that song, My Belief, is one about life. You know, all about life. The low parts and the high parts, all in one.
Yes.
You know,
and you were still able.
The little children. I believe in life and its problems, all in one. You know, awesome. So we were so happy at the university when he was nominated. The people from Tuco, in fact, came to us and said, we think it's more than time that he got an award.
Yes, and he would still be conferred with the award on Saturday, because I know on social media people were a bit confused whether he was still going to be honored. But you're clearing that up now. He will be. He will be,
because he'd gone through the process. He was already, his submission was received. We discussed it. This was like a 10-second discussion. I mean, everybody knew Shadow when we had that meeting in Jamaica. And we approached him and he said yes. We were having discussions with him as to things like the size of the mortarboard he would wear when he appeared and all of that. And then, we got the sad news. But once it is in process, then the conferment is certain. As far as I'm concerned, the ceremony is really just that. It's just the formality of it. In my view, once he said yes, then, in fact, he had the degree.
Let's go back to Shadow and his legacy and what you think he would be most remembered for. You spoke about how he was able to do social commentary, and I think with a sort of bring that sort of life of music. So it wasn't the traditional calypso structure.
Exactly.
What else?
Well, more than that, I think he showed that it was possible to be successful in the field without getting into the competitions. Remember, he was out of it because he was so disenchanted.
Yes. Now, we had a conversation about that.
Yeah.
I think that might have been my last interview with him many years ago. I went to him and said, listen, I want to do no more interviews. What are you doing interviews for? Because he was also disenchanted with the piracy of the music.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Pirates in the Caribbean. But, and that just shows you the passion of the man. He was very deep into his work. I mean, if you listen to his words, it's clever, very, very smart, very intelligent person. And then to creatively craft those compositions the way he did, it sort of shows his mastery of creating lyrics. Now that takes work and effort. For me personally, it shows a level of creativity and innovativeness that I know we have as a people, and I know I've been very big on driving the whole innovation and so on. We have generally rejected the people from the arts. We tend to put them on a very low priority. The Carnival time, we wave them on and so on. After that, we're finished. But even during Carnival, I remember going to Carnival tents, big one, small one, whatever. And the last act was always symbolic for me. The last act was always the one where people got up to walk out of the hall.
Is that right?
Even while there was a performance on stage, So I remember Crazy performing once, and he was just waving people as they went by. He couldn't do anything else.
Yes.
Nobody sat to listen. Even with the same Shadow, there's this song Dingole, which is my number 1.
Yes.
All right. So 1 and 2 is my Dingole, and then My Belief. That a beautiful set of music, especially to the end. And I have to say, my friends in the radio industry used to treat it with scant courtesy. Right? That last part, they put on the song, right? 2 minutes before the hour for news, and then you have to cut the song. I have a serious problem when you put a song on and you cut it. play the whole thing because this is somebody's work. You don't do that.
Unless it's the youths and they're juggling. You know, you're a DJ. You're a DJ.
Yeah, but
so
not from those times. Sorry, we play the whole song to the end.
You know, now it's all about juggling the music.
No, we waited till the end and then we put on the next song.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing though. We have been giving the creators, we say on this show, entertainment is the new oil. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So this is a platform for creativity and creative expression on Now.
Okay.
And that's why you're here, for us to pay tribute to the man Shadow. What do you think, besides the university conferring, what do you think might be a fitting tribute for Shadow?
Well, he already has a national award. I know
the
that.
Hummingbird Medal, yes.
Yes, that's right. I was having a conversation with Megan Sylvester from Tuco last night and saying that I think we should start compiling a list of all of these greats, especially the older ones, who really and truly we have ignored over the years. We sort of started to forget them and start to think about how we could really honor them and at the same time use them to motivate the younger persons. In regard to Shadow, the suggestion was made that perhaps we name a hall or a room at UWI after him. And the discussion that followed was really, well, should it be on the humanities side because he was a Calypsonian, should it be on the social sciences side because of all the commentary he made, you know? Poverty is hell, and so on, you know, and I mean in such a way that you felt as if you were in poverty when you sang
that's one of my favorites, actually.
You see? Yeah. So that has not started at UWI, because of course we were blown away.
Build something in the middle.
But we were just blown away like everybody else. So now we're still reeling and thinking about all the different ways in which we could celebrate the people like Shadows and so on. And generally in the art world, as I said, one of the things I wanted to do as principal is to try and lift up that whole space.
Well, I'm with you on that, Professor Brian Copeland. Thank you so much for coming down this morning. And it's always a pleasure to be in your company and hear you think and all the ideas with regard to innovation and so on. So we're going to bring you back another day.
All right.
Carrie.